You know who the fuck I think I am? Fuck you looking at, homie? Little bitch. Yo, what up, 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 what up? You know who it be? The homie and me. Anyway, we won't get into the gist for the day on a Sunday morning. I'm feeling fabulous like a motherfucker. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And share this motherfucker. Because we about to hit it deep right now. Okay, now keep in mind. I've said this before and I'll say it again. That growing up, well, I know that I grew up myself in an environment and I grew up around in a time where if you showed any kind of kindness, if you showed any kind of sympathy, you were a bitch. You know, you basically had to walk around with this tough guy persona, this tough guy image, like, you know who the fuck I think I am? Whoa, homie, what are you looking at? Like, if you were nice, you were a bitch. So, it talks about today on the Just for Today, it talks about how we need to start being kind, how we need to start changing that, you know, because in our addiction, you know, it was basically a fight every day, basically for your own needs. I never ever recall a time when I was out there and I was worried about everybody else before I got my well, before I got my get well. I had to get my get well before anything, okay? So, that was just selfish behaviors. Now, if you think that just because you get clean that those selfish behaviors are going to go away, not at all. That's something that you need to work on daily. So, the Just for Today talks about words cannot describe the sense of spiritual awareness that we receive when we have given something, no matter how small, to another person. Sometimes it seems as though there is so much wrong with the world that we might as well forget trying to make a difference. After all, we think, what in the world can I do? I'm just one person. Whether our concerns are so broad that we desire global peace or personal that we simply want recovery made available to every addict who wants it, the task seems overwhelming. So much work to do, so little time. We sigh, sometimes wondering, how will I ever do any good? Amazingly enough, the smallest contributions can make the biggest difference. To gain more from life than an ordinary, plodding existence requires very little effort on our parts. We ourselves are transformed by the deep satisfaction we experience when we lift the spirits of just one person. When we smile at someone who is frowning, when we let someone in front of us on the freeway, when we call a newcomer just to see how they're doing, show them that we care, we enter the realm of the extraordinary. That's a deep ass line. We enter the realm of the extraordinary. Because that's a feeling not just anybody can get. Because I know some cold-hearted motherfucking people out there. Bitter all day. Bitter every day. Negative all day. Negative every day. That dude just said hi. You can't be polite and just say hi back. Who fucking know? Why don't you just let that person through, dog? I mean, come on. It don't cost nothing. Who give a fuck? Like, man, it sucks. You know what hurts me the most is when I see young people like that. Like 20 years old, 25, 18, 15. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're so young and already mad? You haven't even lived half your life and you're already mad? Wait till you get to like 30 years old, dog. If you make it there, you have a heart attack before you get there. So mad. It's scary because I'll see some little kids like that nowadays. 8, 9, 10 years old. Those are the ones we need to make sure that we reach out to. Those are the ones that are really suffering inside. Man, There's so much behind the scenes when it gets to that. So I know that for myself, when I started coming into this new way of living, this new way of thinking, that's something that I didn't really struggle with because I felt I was always a nice person. Like I said, it was almost like a defensive tactic that I had to put up in front of everybody to just like, don't mess with me. But I didn't like fighting. You know, I used to like getting into trouble. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't like the violence. I didn't like fucking with people's shit. I didn't like the feeling I would get when I knew I was hurting somebody. And I think that shows a lot today with some of the friendships that I have, relationships that I have with people. You know, I feel like I'm a people person. You know, I feel like I'm very easy to get along with. But if I don't like you, it's for a big fucking reason. Because I'm pretty cool with everybody. Nowadays, today, I'm pretty cool with everybody. So let's go ahead and finish off the Just for Today. Okay? So, want to change the world? Start with the addict sitting next to you tonight. And then imagine your act of kindness multiplied. One person at a time, each of one of us make a difference. Now, a person like myself, I don't go to meetings, so I can't be like, the addict next to you. It doesn't have to be an addict. It could be anybody. Just be kind. And it stops, and it ends it with the Just for Today. An act of kindness costs me nothing, but is priceless to the recipient. I will be kind to someone today. Just for today. I know for myself, when I'm at work, that's where I practice that the most. Because there's times at work, I just can't stand when certain people speak to me in a certain way because I'm like, what the fuck? My mind is sick. The shitty committee tells me they're not down. They can't talk to you like that. Fucking puss. Like, bro, you're at work. Chill the fuck out. I have to literally talk to myself like that. I'm not used to having someone yelling at me. I'm not used to having someone tell me how to do things correctly. I've been an addict for so many fucking years, living this negative way that it literally has created like a syndrome inside of me today. You know, that I have to work on it every day. Every day I have to work on it. On behaviors, on the way I think, the way I react to certain things. My scheduling alone, for me to get myself programmed for the day and have a nice, good, clean schedule for the day without work, I struggle. That's why I say I hate days off. You know? But if I have a negative attitude and I'm mean and I have no respect or manners, when it comes to those days, it's just going to make it easier for me to fuck up. When I go into those days with respect, with a good attitude, with manners, it makes it easier for me to get into the flows of behaving well. Because this up here is your worst enemy.